Am I on?
Yes.
Cool. You want to find out why Batwoman is so horrible? You can. Up next on Geek Out SA. Welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Friday and we're having fun.
Hi. Just ignore me. I'm trying to make sure that we actually are on.
Yeah, we're on. I can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a new producer. So we're training the new producer.
We wrangled in a new producer like 10 minutes before the show,
Yeah.
and Vince was like, "Press this button, and then press this button, and then press some of these buttons." Okay, ready, go. And we have new cameras.
We do have new cameras, so hopefully they're going to be working out throughout the entire show.
We'll see. They're kind of blinding, so I'm trying to get used to them. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of light.
You may need to turn those down a bit.
Yeah.
But no. Yes, Writing Panda, he says, oh wow, caught you guys in time. We also have Never Let the Machine Win that's watching us is greetings all. And
greetings.
We also have Kira watching say, yo peeps, yo, how's it going? So we are talking about the CW show Batwoman.
So I think
today.
we need to preface this with, it's not that we don't like shows on the CW. Because it used to be, a while ago, that when you said, oh, the CW, people were like, right, okay, it's a show on the CW. But they actually have really quality shows.
They do.
They have a lot of stuff that's really great.
But they've had for a while, too, because Smallville was on the CW.
Smallville we really loved.
Mm-hmm.
We really love the Arrow.
Yeah.
I actually was kind of falling off with the Arrow, and I know this is the very last season, and they played some tricks on us last week, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. So they're kind of like pulling me back in for this final season.
Yeah.
Supergirl's on the CW, right?
Yeah. Well, now she is, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what else is on the CW. Is Riverdale on CW?
Riverdale is on the CW.
Yeah. So there are several things on the CW that are good. So it's not that the CW is not capable of creating good shows. So let us preface it with that first, not to say that we don't like shows from the CW. We don't like this show.
We don't like... We think this show is horrible. Batwoman is a horrible show.
Yes. And for so many reasons, too.
For a ton of reasons. I think just stopping to say thanks for the tip about XSplit. For multiple cameras, I finally got my rig running a while ago, and I've been doing some streaming. So awesome!
Oh, nice! Very good, very good.
Yeah, and we actually started using Razor cameras, so
we'll see how that goes. Because you were using Logitech before.
We're using Logitech,
and they were great forever.
Well, not forever. They were great for a long while.
For a long time. To me, that's forever. For a really long time, they were really great. And then recently, we started glitching. Which kind of stinks because we've been bringing up our subscribers.
Says the Flash is on the CW. Yes, the Flash.
Oh, the Flash is on the CW
that's
too.
One of our most.
That is one of our most favorites. Which I don't want to spoil it because one of my students and I were talking about it the other day, and people were like, "Be quiet, I'm watching it on Netflix," because a bunch of people still only watch things on Netflix, and so you have to wait until that season's over before it gets uploaded, I guess, to Netflix. And so some of us that watch it live, they're like, don't tell me. I don't want to know what's going on. But a lot of people don't have cable anymore, so that's a thing too, is not having cable. Because I would love to talk about The Flash, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody because it's like going to be good.
Yeah. I really like where there's going. And I do like what's happening with Crisis.
Yes. Yeah, that they're leading us up to Crisis. So
they're leading us up into Crisis. It's going to be like at the beginning of December. Mm-hmm. But I think it starts like on this timeline. So it's like, I think the Flash is supposed to disappear from Earth 1 on December 10th, which that episode airs December 10th.
On December 10th. Nice, nice. Well, so...
And it's going to be on our anniversary.
On our anniversary. That'll be our
funny.
anniversary.
Yeah.
20 years. So I think one of the things that I've seen a lot of, which I also want to get out there and say this is not a problem that Vincent and I have, is a lot of people are like, oh, here we go with another superhero woman show. Woman. Why do we have to make shows about women? And so people
Supergirl is a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
And you didn't like it at first.
I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. And there's some things this season, not that I don't like it, but it's not quite clicking for me. There's something that's off on Supergirl this season.
It's because they changed her hair and they changed her outfit.
Yeah, I think the hair and costume is throwing me off some. Mm-hmm. And she seems different. I think there's something with Alex that seems a little different. Her sister. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. And the whole thing with Lena, I'm not liking. It's making me sad. So maybe it's just a combination of all of that. Mm-hmm. But that is very female character heavy.
Yeah.
As far as a show goes. And even when Callista Flockhart was on there, mm-hmm. before they put Jimmy Olsen in charge of the magazine or in charge of the newspaper or whatever, it was very female forward. And it was great. And it is great. Mm-hmm. So it's not that you and I don't like shows that are female forward. I mean, right. You and I grew up with Xena Warrior Princess. Oh, yeah. Talk about being female forward, and we loved that.
That was before before people were saying it was female forward.
Yeah, nobody said anything about it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We both loved that too. That was female forward.
Yeah.
Very, heavy with female characters that were strong and independent. So
right.
I don't think that the problem with Batwoman is that it's female forward. Not at all.
She can't act.
So right, that's the biggest problem is Ruby Rose can't act.
Ruby Rose cannot act.
Not at all. She's like Kristen Stewart bad. Right?
She's not good at all.
No, it's like...
I don't think she's been good in anything that she's been in.
Well, she was great in John Wick because she didn't speak. All she did was sign language.
I don't think she was that good in there. Even then, I don't think she was that good in John Wick.
Because she was just eye candy in Orange is the New Black. Mm-hmm. She wasn't even in there...
She wasn't even in there very long.
No, and her acting parts were not good. No. In Orange is the New Black, she wasn't good. Mm-mm. You really just wanted her to be quiet and be like the cute, almost girlfriend or whatever, and, mingle that up and get that kind of stirred up a little bit. But, right. Yeah, when she tried to act, it wasn't good. Mm-mm. And now that she's trying to act in Batwoman, it's not good. No. It's not good.
And she got hurt recently. Doing a stunt on Batwoman, so maybe they should replace her.
Yeah, it's time. No, and I love her look and everything. I mean,
I like her suit. That's really good, especially what they did with the red stuff. I'm digging that.
Yeah.
And the fighting scenes seem too dark. Like you can't really tell what's going on.
Well, and they're super campy. Okay, I'll tell you what was the tipping point for me. This was the tipping point for me. Was the last episode that we watched, and where the pearls are the bombs.
Yeah.
And then she's spinning around on her knees, supposedly covering up. She's supposed to be covering up these explosions with her cape. And yet she's 3 feet away from them, and they're exploding, and she's going like this.
With her face down like that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to burn your face or even, give you,
And how is you shielding yourself, helping anybody else? Because you're supposed to be, saving the populace that's out there from these explosions that are 3 feet away from you, and you're shielding yourself. It was the worst. Yeah. It was the absolute worst. And so...
And the little explosions looks really, really lame.
They were so cheesy. The campiest things I've ever seen. And that's why I think this is not... CW quality Or maybe it's the director. I don't. But no, really, like Ruby Rose
Full
can't
versus
act.
campy is pretty much the CWMO.
I disagree.
No,
No, I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
It
with
used
that.
to be.
It used to be.
Used to be.
But they did well with Smallville.
Yeah.
And
I think they do well with the Flash. I think they do well with Arrow.
I think they do well with Black Lightning.
Mm-hmm. And Arrow's extremely dark and broody and all of that you think, a Bat character would be.
Right.
It's like when we first started watching Fear the Walking Dead, and a lot of people agreed with me on this. The actors were so bad.
I just had an epiphany right now about the crisis. When they're talking about
you can't say anything. Don't ruin the crisis for people. Don't share your epiphanies.
But they already know.
No, but they don't. What if they don't know?
But they keep saying that Bruce is gone, that he's not there, and they don't know where to find him.
Oh, in Batwoman.
I bet it's gonna be the Bruce from Gotham.
There's no way Baby Bruce is gonna be.
He looks a lot older now than he did.
He does look older. I liked that show too. I wish they would have kept that show. I liked those actors.
Yeah, but that one wasn't on the CW.
No, that wasn't on the CW. That was Fox, right? Mm-hmm. But like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Captain Top Hat over there.
It looks great, doesn't it? It's
yeah.
nice.
Now we're going to talk about Vince for a while. Okay. We'll get back to what I was saying in just a minute. And now, a message from our sponsors.
So Batwoman.
So anyways, like I was saying with Fear the Walking Dead, like when we first started watching it, we hated it a lot.
Where did we get to Fear the Walking Dead?
Because you're not listening to me.
Okay.
We hated it a lot because of the actors. Because we wanted the zombies to eat the actors because they were so terrible.
You hated Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, me and the mice in my pocket hated Fear the Walking Dead, and we wanted the zombies to eat the actors. Eat them. Mm-hmm. I like Fear the Walking Dead now. I tolerate it at least. It's
Thomas
okay.
Wayne is Batman.
No.
Thomas Wayne is Batman is the best Batman. That's what Writing Panda is saying right now.
Oh. Okay. I don't think any of us are listening tonight. You're not listening to me.
Yeah, you were talking about Fear the Walking Dead.
Anyways, it's the acting. It's the acting. It's the acting.
No,
it's the acting.
Yes.
That was what I was coming
for
back
Batwoman, it's completely the acting. But it's not all the characters that I think can't act.
No, it's all of them. Yeah, no, it's all of them. No, Tell me one that you've made any kind of connection to that you would care one way or the other.
None of them.
Yeah, exactly. Her previous girlfriend, there's supposed to be all this conflict between them. I don't feel I don't read conflict off of either of them. I read like, meh.
But maybe that's because she can't act it?
So the other ones can't read.
But the other one doesn't really care about her?
Actually, I'm lying. You know what? There is one character, Alice.
Alice is good. I like Alice.
So I think Alice works. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I kind of almost like Batwoman's sister.
Yes, I do.
I like her too.
The medical student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of like a spoiled brat diva, yet really smart medical student kid. Mm-hmm. No, like misunderstood.
I mean, there's good aspects of the show, and I wanted it to be so good.
I did too.
And it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Like, I don't think Fox does a good... The actor who plays Fox is not very good.
I kind of like Fox.
Do you? He's just not quite there.
That's Fox's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. For me, he's not quite there. Like, he needs to have, like, a little bit more attitude.
But he's not his dad. And I think they wanted to make that distinction that he's just coming into this and he doesn't necessarily have all the knowledge that his father had.
Well, maybe.
I think it would be better without Ruby Rose. Is the thing. Just take
we'll just take Ruby Rose out,
and then
it's perfect.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I was trying to think. So if we got rid of her, because she is a problem, who could we put in there as Batwoman? But I don't know.
Kristen Stewart.
Oh my God, that's not funny.
No.
No, she's the worst. Like, I can't even go watch Charlie's Angels because of stupid Kristen Stewart. Like, why would I go watch a movie with her in it? At this point, you'd think that they would stop putting her in movies. Let's see, I'm trying to think. You know who I always really liked? Who was that little girl that was in Teen Wolf? Who she was the one, you know, with the bow and arrow and...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But I don't think she acts anymore.
I don't think she acts anymore. Maybe,
Let's see, I'm trying to think of who else. I'm trying to think of who else might be.
But I see the kind of things that they're trying to do. Like when she was trying to catch a batarang and it wasn't calibrated, the suit wasn't calibrated because she was shorter.
Right.
And I like those different types of the things in the show, and that's why I keep watching it, hoping that she will learn how to act at some point.
But at this point,
she's not.
Well, at this point, I so don't care about her. I don't see her bouncing back from that. Like they need to replace her. And I know it's harder than replacing Becky on the Connors, but like you know.
They're saying Drew Barrymore is Batwoman.
She's too old. She's getting too old. Like we need somebody younger. Yeah. We need somebody to be younger in this. I'm trying to think of who I would. I don't know. I think like somebody that big of a name too is too big.
Silver Diamond says, is Batwoman that bad? Yes.
Yes,
Batwoman
it is that bad. No, it's really bad.
Like I'm trying to find redeeming things about it. And you can't find them, but it doesn't.
No, we know a show is bad. Okay, I'm always like playing games and stuff during shows. Like that's just me. I have the attention span of a gnat, right? So I'm like watching and then I'll play a game and I'm watching and then I'll be texting somebody and I'm watching, you know, and back and forth. Vincent watches. He does. You don't disturb him. You don't speak. He watches. So for him to be in the middle of Batwoman, checking Facebook, seeing what his friends are sending him on Messenger, watching a YouTube video, I'm like, it's bad. It's bad because Vince likes everything.
I usually do like everything.
You know how Mikey doesn't like it and they have to give, you know, him or her life cereal? Well,
Drew Barrymore is Batwoman then.
No.
Do an origin story.
Do an origin story. No, I want somebody like... I wonder if the little girl that played Arya Stark could pull it off. She's kind of tough, you know what I mean? She's kind of got that toughness about her and...
Yeah.
Because I'd say Sansa with the red hair, you know, because she already has the red hair, but she's the Dark Phoenix. And she's okay as the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
But she was, like, really good as Sansa, and then she was okay as the Dark Phoenix. Mm-hmm. But I think some of that was the writing, too, so... But she already has a gig, so that's why I think maybe Arya. I think Arya could do it.
What's her name?
I don't know. I don't know any of these actors' names. This is why I don't go to the...
Macy. Yeah, Macy Williams. Yeah. Macy Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else would probably be good? What's her name from Game of Thrones?
Daenerys Targaryen?
Since Writing Panda is watching right now.
Oh, Gilly.
Gilly.
Writing Panda would love for Gilly to be Batwoman. He'd watch that all day. We'd love that.
You said, wait, what?
No, not Gilly.
No, I think maybe. No, I think.
You know, a lot of like singers are transitioning over and acting and stuff like that. So, you know who I think who looks to me like they might be kind of kick butt is Selena Gomez. And she used to act when she was a kid before she started singing. So maybe Selena Gomez could do it. She could totally jump in there. And
He says, "Oh no, not Gilly." It's gross.
So gross. But yeah, I think fundamentally the acting is the biggest problem. And people want to say the biggest problem is this is trying to be female forward, or that.
Yeah, no, that's not the problem.
Mm-mm.
The problem is Ruby Rose playing Batwoman.
She's the biggest problem. Again, I'm having some problems with the fight scenes, the way they have things mapped out. I'm having a problem with some of that stuff as well.
And maybe the fight scenes because she's not very good at learning how to do.
Yeah, because when you're
choreography.
Yeah, when you're doing stuff like that, it's almost like an improv, right? Like, you know, I'm sure they said like, oh, you're supposed to use your cape to like cover this blast and like shield the people around you.
You can't do choreography, I bet.
I guess. I sure as heck wouldn't be able to. I can't even do like Zumba or anything.
How many levels of incest do you need to get to Gilly? Like an infinite loop is. Is
that what Writing Panda said?
Yes.
He hates Gilly. Poor Gilly. But yeah, I really wanted this to be successful. I was really hoping, especially since Gotham just ended, and I really liked Gotham, and I'm not sure why people bashed Gotham so badly. I loved Gotham. And talk about loving the actors. I thought every single actor that they picked, the Penguin, the Riddler, Batman, you know, Bruce, everybody was perfect in that show. Everybody was perfect in that show. I had no problems with anyone ever. Selena Kyle.
I know the Geek father didn't like Gotham for a long time. I don't know if he ended up liking it.
I don't know. I don't understand not liking it. Like for me, and maybe that's because I don't read the comics, so I don't know. I don't have that background.
We never had that part of the origin story ever.
Yeah. I mean,
it was like his parents died, and then later he did stuff, and then he became Batman.
Yeah. I don't know. I really liked it.
Black and Silver Diamond says, because you can't make anyone happy anymore.
Well, I mean, sometimes.
Just not with this show.
Just not with this one. I'm really happy with The Flash. I'm super happy. I'm fairly happy with Supergirl. I'm kind of falling off with it a little bit, but maybe I'll like swing back. I think the whole thing with Lena is making me really sad. And it's such a superhero trope, right? I mean, you know, they have to do something wrong. They have to do something they know they're not supposed to. Something that's going to hurt somebody that they love or a friend. Yes, I did. But I was hoping not.
Yeah. It had to come to head.
I know. I just really like the actress who plays Lena Luthor. I don't know. I really like her. I hate for her to end up being the villainess, but you have to have one. Like superheroes have to have, you know, super enemies, super villains.
And Alice is great.
Alice in Batwoman is great. She's great. Was she Alice in Gotham?
No, I think that was different.
Oh, okay. That actress seems familiar for some reason.
Because she would be Tetch, then Tetch would be there.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Yeah. I don't know. Does she not seem familiar to you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll have to maybe
Alice died.
I'll have to IMDb it and see. No, I know. I know. But I just have to check it on.
It's a different timeline.
It's a different timeline. It's a different Earth.
So.
So yeah, I don't know. I really, really wanted this to be good, and I don't foresee it changing unless they recast.
The only thing that's really bad for me is that I'm going to keep watching it.
I mean, it's great for me because then I just get to play my app games and stuff.
It bothers me because I want it to be good.
It's not going to be good.
I want it to be good, and I know it's never going to be good.
No, it's never going to be good.
As long as Ruby Rose is Batwoman is not going to be good.
Mm-mm.
So CW, somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to move on. You tried it. It was a good effort. I should move on now. So if you could pick out of the DC universe. So we've had the Flash. We've had Superman a few times. We've had the Arrow. Excuse me. We've tried Batwoman. What? We haven't had a Wonder Woman since Linda Carter, right?
Nope. I mean, not TV. No.
Not a TV show, right? Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, have we had one? And you would think with the success of that movie, now granted, I know they can't get Gal Gadot to do TV, but with the success of that movie,
Who knows?
Unlikely.
For Crisis, apparently a lot of stuff is happening that's very unlikely.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. But if they were to have a Wonder Woman, I would love to see a Wonder Woman.
Keaton is supposed to be in there. I don't know acting, but there's definitely a picture of him on a newspaper.
Oh.
So they're like doing
Like nods to old, yeah.
To all the old ones. Maybe Christopher Reeve. They'll do a nod to him.
But I would love to see a Wonder Woman where we kind of start out and have, showing the Amazons and have like this Xena warrior princess kind of like vibe to it to start off with. That was one of the things that I really enjoyed from the movie, was getting to see some of that and that vibe and stuff like that, and the gods and that kind of legend. So I would love to see a Wonder Woman show done well. I think
literally every other DC show can be done and done well, just as long as Ruby Rose is in any of them.
What about Cyborg? Do you see Cyborg having his own show or movie or?
I don't think
he's kind of sidekicky, right?
Sidekicky, like big time.
Although a lot of people like, just left my brain. Not Robin. Nightwing. Thank you. I was like, my brain is going through. I can see what his costume looks like. Nightwing. So I think Nightwing could possibly be a successful standalone. I had always hoped when they did.
Aren't they kind of like doing that with Titans right now, in which I haven't even seen Titans?
I haven't either, so I don't know. I mean, I live in the same house with you. We're on the same schedule, so I don't know.
We need to get all these other streaming services
to watch all these things. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. I was going somewhere. Oh, I was gonna say remember when Christian Bale was Batman, and what's that kid's name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And he was, Robin.
And they like made reference to. Didn't they make reference to Nightwing on there?
I really thought they were going to move forward with that. That would have been a spectacular movie. They should have done that. They should have done that. They led us to that, and we were ready for that, and then they dropped the ball. Because he would have been spectacular. Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's about the actors that you choose. It really, really is. Yeah. Now, I mean, some of it is writing and choreography and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of it is that kind of stuff too. Right. But it is, probably 80-90% the actors that you choose. Mm-hmm. I can forgive a lot of other stuff if I like the character. I don't know. Am I the only one who's like that, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, you have to like the actors in order for something to be good. Anything, I don't think, in the show, I don't think they could have picked anyone else other than Grant Gustin to be the Flash.
Well, we can't imagine anybody else now because we're so connected to him.
But even Ezra, that plays the Flash, Ezra Miller, that plays the Flash on Justice League.
Oh, yes, okay. Who was in Fantastic Beasts, that kid? Okay.
So, he's really good, but it's a different universe.
I mean, he's okay, but after seeing Grant, Grant's Barry.
Grant is Barry Allen.
He's Barry, yeah. Yeah, after seeing him, he's Barry.
Writing Pandas asks, what do you guys think about the Watchmen show? I've been seeing the commercials on it. I don't know how I feel about it.
I just want to know how much nudity is there going to be. No. I'm kidding. How much blue nudity is there going to be? It's not, that's not a franchise that I ever really cared about. So I'm on the fence, like, because I don't really care about the franchise one way or the other. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't love the movie. I've read the graphic.
Like they have any of the heroes in them anyway.
I've read a graphic novel. I'm just like, I don't, not something that I really gravitated to. And so I think if it's good, it's good. And if it's not, I won't lose any sleep over it.
Right.
I don't care one way or the other.
Yes, we did hear about Diablo 4, and it looks...
Oh my gosh. So y'all don't know that Vincent and I have a Diablo problem. I thought it was just Vincent's problem, and then he drugged me into his problem.
Yeah. No, it was bad with Diablo.
No, like super bad. Bad. Yeah. Like Diablo's the problem for the whole family.
Like I had to pull myself away, and I don't even play it anymore.
Well, there for a while when the first ones were out, you and the boys would all be at different computers playing together.
We'd have a LAN party just in the house.
In the house. And I didn't get it. And I was like, this is lame. And then so we got Diablo 3, right? You and I got Diablo 3 for the PS4. We couldn't leave the couch.
Nope.
We should have streamed that on Twitch because we were like...
That's before we even started streaming.
We were like zombies.
Yeah, big time.
We were like, time to Diablo. Going to Diablo. It was like...
Yeah. Writing Pandas, I love the graphic novel. The movie is pretty good. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel because I don't see any of the heroes in there. Or anti-heroes or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be curious. I'll watch it and see. I mean, you and I are usually, I think we're usually pretty good about giving a show a little while.
You give less.
I give less. I do. I have less patience for shows. Vincent, will stick it out. He's gung-ho. He's going to stick it out, baby. He's watching that show. Come heck or high water, he's going to watch it.
I didn't like Black Lightning at first, and then I grew to like it.
Yeah, it's okay. It has moments that I like. Yeah, it's okay. I like the actors in that one. I do. Mm-hmm. But again, it's not a character that I...
strong female characters in that one as well.
Yeah. But they're just not characters that I make any connection to or care anything about. That's why I guess I wish there was maybe a Wonder Woman or even non-DC stuff. I'd like to see some other... I think that a Black Panther television show would be awesome. I am totally invested in the whole Black Panther universe.
Yeah.
I was very sad that we got so little of Agent Carter. I love her so much. And I loved that show so much.
It was so good, yeah.
It broke my heart. Mm-hmm. Broke my heart.
That was like the best Marvel show for the longest time until I saw Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil. Yeah. Daredevil. I would watch that all the time. Yeah, Daredevil. Talk about good casting. That's another one. That's just...
Oh, and then what would be cool? If Daredevil would kill Ruby Rose or something.
Daredevil would kill Ruby Rose. I just need Daredevil to kill Ruby Rose. So she could just die. It'd be awesome.
Not for real.
Not for real, but the character. I mean, let's just get her some acting lessons. She's got to have money at this point. The studio has money. Can't we just...
From where? She can't act.
I don't know. Well, didn't they have to give that little kid... oh, gosh, what was his name? Didn't you tell me they had to give that little kid acting lessons? He was...
Oh, that played Han Solo.
Yeah, that kid. Yeah.
Yeah, they did have to give him acting lessons, but they worked.
I mean, you and I think they worked. People hated Solo also. Yeah. We're all alone a lot of the time, Vincent. And the things I liked Solo.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I thought so too. So, I mean, yeah, I I thought he was very successful in that movie. I thought his acting was very convincing in that movie. So, yeah, let's get Ruby some acting lessons. Maybe she'll bounce back. I mean, I know she's supposed to be broody, but you can be dynamic and broody. Maybe that's it. She's not dynamic. I literally think she's playing it like Kristen Stewart. Like, I'm just boring and I have no personality. Because I'm dark and broody. And I hate everything and nobody loves me. And my sister's dead.
She's not a likable character.
No. And it's not because she's not supposed to be a likable character, because so like, let's use the Joker. I have my shirt on. Let's use the Joker movie as an example. Okay. The most recent Joker movie is very dark.
Yeah.
Very dark. Like, disturbingly so. You are not supposed to like the Joker. You feel for him, right? Because he's a hot mess. But Joaquin Phoenix, you like him. There's a couple of times where he's doing things that humans probably shouldn't be doing, and you're like, yeah, good on you. And then you're like, oh, dang. my bad. Because he acts the part so well.
Yeah, but you're seeing everything that led up to that, and you understand why he's making the choices that he's making.
But that is in his acting. He makes you believe that character.
He descended into darkness.
He makes you believe that character. And I don't believe Ruby's character.
No.
Not at all. Like, here is supposed to be somebody who is a twin. Who is a twin is in anguish because their twin is dead. Who has lived her whole life in this shadow of death. Right? And she's just like, meh. I'm real sad. Me mopey. Sad girl. So sad. Girlfriend no like me. Sister dead. Like, I mean, it's just like the worst. I don't know. I don't like it. I just want to yell at her sometimes. I'm like, just act. And I can't even act. Like, I'm not an actress. I can't act. But I'm just like,
but you can tell when
do something.
Bad.
Like, do something. Do something.
No. You're just so disappointed when I watch it.
I know, I wanted it to be good. And like we said that the first 2 episodes were like, aw, really? We're like verbally sad. We're like, aw, man.
And I should have realized when it was Ruby Rose.
Well, you said something. You said something at first. And I was like, no, dude, she's good. She's good. And you're like, she's not good. And I'm like, no, dude, she's good. Like, because I think she's really pretty. Like, I think she's super, super, like, strikingly beautiful.
She looks the part.
Uh-huh.
She can't act the part.
Yeah. That's a shame. Mm-hmm. It's a shame. Yeah.
It's too bad.
It is too bad.
It's too bad.
It is.
I wanted it to be good.
Same. I really did. I've been looking forward to something in that realm of like Batman, Batwoman, something, because I really missed Gotham. So I really wanted something to kind of take that place for me, and nah.
Maybe she needs to just come into her own as the character. But no, we should still like her.
Yeah.
And I don't like her.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Like, I don't care if she gets beat up or not.
I just don't care if the show keeps going on. I'm just like, is it over yet?
When is the show getting done?
You know, maybe she should just go watch some of these good shows that people like The Good Place. She should just go sit and watch like a whole, like binge watch that and then practice acting. Because that show is freaking hilarious.
Yeah. But I don't think she's ever going to be good. And I don't think it's ever going to work. But, guys.
Was that it already?
Yeah.
Be quiet!
Yes,
Oh my gosh!
Thank thanks for checking us out. This is why we didn't like Batwoman.
Because it's horrible.
If you want to give it a try, give it a try. But you're not going to like it.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. But if you haven't subscribed to us, subscribe to us. And hit that notification button so you'll know when next time we go live. But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen, and thank you, Sarah, for producing tonight.
Geek out, SA. Bye.